Thank you, Senator Gordner. Let me just say up front, thank you to Senator Gordner as a member of the Republican leadership team to lead this charge to bring Democrats and Republicans impacted by this terrible disaster here today and together as a united front in the General Assembly. And also let me thank my neighbor and my chair on the committee that oversees FEMA, Senator Baker, who from, as she mentioned, July 3rd, when the flash flooding hit Plymouth and Plymouth Township, till this terrible weekend that we just endured, and those communities being hit again. Thank you for taking up the charge so that we can finally have an assistance program here in Pennsylvania. I wanted to thank those two individuals for leading the fight. Once again, the fury of Mother Nature has ravaged the communities that cradle the Susquehanna River in northeastern Pennsylvania. Families have been swept from their homes, businesses have been washed out of operation, and communities are staggered by the long road of recovery that lay ahead. One family in Luzerne County lost more than property or possessions. They lost a loved one. My deepest sympathies go out to the Michaels family who lost their sister Carol, who died during the flood in West Pittston Borough. Many of the communities of the Wyoming Valley were struck far worse, as Senator Gordner mentioned, by Tropical Storm Lee than the historic flooding of Hurricane Agnes. There were many of us who believed we would never again see such devastation. We were wrong. My heart goes out to the flood victims. My family was in their shoes back when Agnes hit. We lost everything. Our Plymouth Township home was completely destroyed, and my parents, with 7 children to look after, were faced with the daunting task of rebuilding from scratch. If it was not for the assistance of the federal and state government through disaster relief programs like those that we are proposing today, my family would not have made it. Many families in Pennsylvania are today facing the same tough choices, the same uncertain future. Federal and state programs must again be targeted to lift families, businesses, and communities out of the floodwaters that ripped from them both property and financial security. I'm proud to stand here with my Senate colleagues today, all touched by this disaster in a very personal way. Many friends and family very dear to us have been touched by this disaster. I'm proud to stand with them to advance this relief package that will supplement federal relief programs to maximize assistance available to Pennsylvania families. Finally, let me just add a few thoughts on the environmental impact of flooding. As the minority chairman of the Environmental and Energy Committee, I first want to commend DEP for the emergency response during the storm. Secretary Kranzer, our Northeast Director Mike Bedrin, and our Northeast Emergency Response Director Kevin Augustine were exceptional in quickly responding to the serious threats posed to public health during the flood event. Our clean water infrastructure was severely tested by the storm. 124 wastewater treatment plants reported impaired operations. In addition, at least 19 drinking water systems could not provide adequate treatment and had to issue boil water advisories. It's critically important to restore these systems to normal operations. The quality of our drinking water, obviously, but also our rivers, streams, and of course the Chesapeake Bay depend upon it. DEP and Pinvest are already streamlining operations to assist communities and those water and sewer systems impacted by the flood. DEP has also expanded operations of our landfills and waived the Commonwealth tipping fee to expedite flood debris removal. DEP is also conducting emergency mosquito control operations in areas affected by the flooding. Of course, much work remains, but I'm confident as one Pennsylvania family, we can recover and rebuild a better Pennsylvania in the wake of Tropical Storm Lee. Thank you.